God says, your person is stuck in a dangerous trap set by someone close to them. They're trying to protect you without telling you. Archangel Michael says this message is urgent. There is something happening around the one you care about, something hidden behind smiles and silence. And it's darker than you've realized. Your person is trapped in something they never expected. Not by strangers, but by someone they once trusted completely. This is not a mistake, it's a trap, carefully built and slowly tightening. They haven't told you because they fear you'll get hurt. They've chosen silence to protect you from what's circling them. But that silence is costing them everything. There are nights they can barely sleep, holding back the truth while trying to act like everything is fine. But their eyes tell the real story, and you've probably noticed the change. The weight they carry is heavier than they admit. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They've tried to fight it quietly. Pretending to be unaffected. Pretending to be strong. But on the inside, they're crumbling under pressure you were never meant to see. This trap wasn't built overnight. It was set slowly, by someone close, someone who knows how to pull emotional strings. And now it's closed in around them. They're stuck between telling you the truth or keeping you safe. That's why you haven't heard what's really going on. But their silence is beginning to crack. You can feel it, can't you? The energy around them has shifted. The light in their voice has dulled. Something is wrong. Type Amen to get blessing 1274. Comment if your soul has felt a strange heaviness lately from someone you love. They've been lying, but not to hurt you. They lie to shield you. Because what's around them is toxic, and they fear it could touch you too. There's a woman involved. Someone close. Someone pretending to help them but really pulling strings behind the scenes. This woman's words are like poison wrapped in sweetness. She smiles in front of them and slices them behind the scenes. And your person knows it, but can't escape just yet. That's why they're so quiet. They've been watching everything fall into place around them, like chess pieces being moved without their hand. And they feel powerless. Type Amen to get blessing 5918. They've tried to protect you from this energy. From the manipulation. From the chaos. But the more they protect you, the deeper they fall into it alone. This woman has twisted facts. She's turned people against your person. And now they're isolated in ways you can't see with your eyes. But God sees it all. And God is revealing it to you now through this message, because your role is bigger than you know. Your presence holds a key they can't reach without you. They need your energy now, not your questions, not your judgment, just your knowing. Because in your knowing, there is safety. Type Amen to get blessing 8811. They feel the walls closing in every day. But they still smile at you, pretending they're okay. They've mastered the art of hiding pain behind soft eyes. What they're trapped in isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. The energy around them is thick, heavy, and unnatural. They feel watched, controlled, cornered. And they know this woman's influence is growing stronger. She's strategic. She's patient. She's been planting seeds of confusion in everyone around them. Your person is losing allies, losing focus, losing strength. But even in all that, they still think of you. You're the one light they hold on to. Type Amen to get blessing 4094. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They pray you don't notice the fear in their voice, because the truth would make your heart break. And they can't bear the thought of being the reason you cry. This woman has set them up to fail. Everything that goes wrong is blamed on them. And no one seems to question it. She manipulates conversations, controls what others hear, then steps back and watches the damage unfold. But your person sees her clearly now. They just don't know how to escape without putting you in harm's way too. Type Amen to get blessing 7820. Comment if you've sensed someone close to your person is not who they pretend to be. They've started keeping secrets from everyone, even the people who care. Because they don't know who they can trust anymore. They only know your energy feels safe. Your name has become their sanctuary. A name they whisper in silence, hoping it gives them strength. Because no one else has ever made them feel like truth is okay. They haven't reached out yet, but they will. They're waiting for one more sign, one more moment, one more reason. But your light is already pulling them closer. Even in the dark, they feel you. They remember how your presence grounded them. And they're starting to remember who they were before the trap. Type Amen to get blessing 6691. They were warned, but they didn't listen. This woman came in smiling, but her heart was full of envy. She saw your connection, and she wanted to destroy it. So she did what manipulators do, slowly tore your person down from the inside. Now they doubt their own instincts. That's what she wanted. They don't trust easily anymore. But their spirit still trusts yours. That's why your name keeps ringing inside their mind like an echo. You are the only one who can bring clarity to their confusion. Not through words, but through your spirit. They need to feel your presence again. Type Amen to get blessing 3920. They might come to you suddenly. Or say something that seems out of place. That's how you'll know, it's a cry for help wrapped in coded words. They won't say everything right away. They'll hint. They'll test. Because they need to know you're still a safe space. What they're carrying is too big for one heart. And they've carried it far too long. Now, the burden is bending them. Your connection isn't over. It was interrupted. Sabotaged. Attacked. But not broken. Type Amen to get blessing 5112. They still believe in what you shared. Even if they pretend not to. Even if others tried to make them forget. You're the only one who ever saw the truth in them. And now, they need that vision more than ever. They fear you'll be angry. Or worse, disappointed. But even so, they're preparing to come forward. Because hiding this pain is slowly killing them. And they know you're the only one who can help them feel human again. Type Amen to get blessing 234. They are waiting for a small window. A safe exit. A moment where they can finally speak without putting anyone at risk. Until then, they're protecting you with silence. But that silence has become unbearable. Every day it chips away at their heart. They long to tell you everything. To confess what they've seen, heard, and survived. But they also know once they speak, everything will change. And they're not afraid for themselves. They're afraid for you. Because once the truth is out, this woman will reveal her full fury. Type Amen to get blessing 8040. There are things your person doesn't say, but they write them down. Letters they never send. Notes they keep hidden. They're waiting for the day they can hand them to you. Or read them out loud. Because one day, they will. Their voice may shake. Their eyes may flood. But they will speak. And when they do, the truth will set both of you free. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. Comment if your heart has sensed a truth hiding behind silence. They've already begun to plan their escape. Quietly. Carefully. Strategically. Because they know one wrong move could make things worse. But they also know they can't stay in this much longer. The trap is too tight. And their soul is starting to scream. They look at your photo for strength. The way you looked at them like they mattered. It still gives them hope. Your love is what keeps them going. Even in the worst moments. Even when they feel surrounded. Type Amen to get blessing 4911. God has been protecting you from this darkness. That's why you've been kept slightly at a distance. But the time to come closer is drawing near. They're going to need you. Not with conditions. Not with pressure. Just with presence. They've tried to be the protector, but now they need protection. Not from you, but with you. Because only together can you stand against what's been attacking. Type Amen to get blessing 6277. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She doesn't expect your person to survive this spiritually. But what she doesn't realize is, your love left a light in them that can't be put out. And that light is glowing again. Growing again. Calling again. You are being pulled toward them, not by accident. This is divine alignment. A spiritual assignment. There will come a moment soon where they'll ask you to listen. Please do. Because what they say will explain everything. Type Amen to get blessing 8426. They will confess the pressure. The betrayal. The control. And the pain of holding all this alone. You might cry. Or feel anger. Or want to confront someone. But hold space first. Let the truth rise. Because your person hasn't had space in a long time. Not safe space. Not real space. You will become that again. And in doing so, they will heal. Type Amen to get blessing 5581. This connection was never about romance alone. It was about purpose. You were sent to their life as alignment. And now, that alignment is needed again. Because what's ahead will need both of you, strong, united, awake. God is revealing this because you're ready to receive it. Your heart has been prepared. Your soul knows what to do. You don't need to chase. Just be. Be present. Be light. Be peace. Type Amen to get blessing 9229. Archangel Michael says this trap will not hold them forever. What was set to destroy them will fail. Because you are stepping back into position. This woman's power is breaking. Her plans are crumbling. And your person is waking up fully. They are reclaiming their voice. And soon, they will use it to speak what they once hid. When that day comes, your love will be the bridge they cross over to begin again. Type Amen to get blessing 7741. This message has reached you now because you're being activated in the spirit. Stay grounded. Stay open. Stay alert. You are not being called to fight, but to shine. Not to confront, but to stand. Let your presence speak louder than your words. Let your energy become the safe space they've been begging the universe for. Because the storm is almost over. And what comes after will be beautiful. Type Amen to get blessing 6670. They've started to gather pieces of themselves again. The parts that were torn by manipulation and held hostage by fear. And with every piece they collect, your name comes to their lips. They whisper your name like a prayer now. Not asking for anything, just remembering what it felt like to be safe. Because that memory is what keeps them going. Even when the trap tightens, they picture your face. It gives them strength. A silent fire that refuses to go out. The woman trying to control them can't touch that memory. No matter how much she tries. That part of them is untouchable, because it belongs to you. Type Amen to get blessing 3810. Your person has begun to notice things they once ignored. Conversations that used to sound normal now seem scripted. Actions that once felt kind now sting with manipulation. They've woken up to the trap, but they're still trapped. Awake, but entangled. Free in mind, but stuck in body. They're finding ways to break out, slowly. Moving one small step at a time. Hiding their strength until it's safe to show it. And when the moment comes, they'll run, not away from the darkness, but toward your light. Type Amen to get blessing 6089. Comment if your soul feels like it's being summoned by someone who needs you. They still wear the smile that fools everyone. But it doesn't fool you. Because you've always seen beyond masks. You saw the pain even before they did. And now that pain is beginning to scream. Begging to be seen, touched, healed. They've cried alone far too long. Not loud, but deep. And every tear has carried your name in it. Not because they blame you. But because they wish you were there to hold them. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. They know they pushed you away. But it wasn't rejection, it was defense. A way to keep you from the storm they were drowning in. But God never let your energy disconnect completely. A thread always stayed tied between you. And now, that thread is pulling tighter. You'll soon feel it in your body. A weight lifting, a shift, a warmth. That's the moment they finally let you in again. Because the trap is breaking. And your presence is the final piece they need to rise. Type Amen to get blessing 9377. They're practicing what they'll say when they finally speak to you. Not because they need to rehearse the truth, but because the truth carries so much weight. They don't want to break when they say it. They want to stand in front of you, look you in the eye, and say everything they've kept locked inside. Not in fear, not in shame, but in freedom. That freedom begins with you. You are the only person they trust to hold this story without judgment. You are the only heart that never demanded an explanation. And now, they're ready to bring you the one you never asked for. Your patience has been loud in their spirit. It echoed louder than any silence they used to fear. And now they're following that sound. Type Amen to get blessing 4222. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The person behind the trap still thinks they're winning. Still thinks they've silenced your person for good. But something stronger is rising. It's your person's soul, and it's remembering the truth. The truth that you always loved them without conditions. The truth that real love doesn't control, it protects. This woman cannot stop what God has already written. And no trap lasts forever when the spirit is ready to be free. Your person's spirit is ready now. Ready to come back. Ready to tell you the real story. Type Amen to get blessing 7001. Comment if your energy is already making room for what's returning to you. They've found a safe place in your memory. A soft landing in the thought of your presence. And that's where they've been hiding until now. But they're not hiding anymore. They're coming forward. Slowly. Intentionally. With full awareness of what this moment means. This isn't just about truth, it's about transformation. What was hidden is rising. What was delayed is arriving. Your heart has been prepared for this. You'll feel it before it's spoken. You'll know it before it's said. Type Amen to get blessing 1090. They've stopped fearing the pain. Because what hurts more is losing you forever. And that's something they're no longer willing to risk. So they'll bring you the truth wrapped in trembled words. You'll see the pain in their eyes, but also the freedom behind it. You'll understand. Because your soul already does. It always did. And when they finally speak, it will all make sense. Not as a story, but as a sacred moment. Type Amen to get blessing 3640. They are walking toward you in spirit before they ever knock at your door. Every step they take now is led by something stronger than fear. It's led by remembrance, of who they were with you. They want to reclaim that version of themselves. The version that felt whole, alive, free. The version that existed only when you stood near them. They're beginning to understand that the trap was never stronger than the truth. It only appeared that way because truth had been buried. But now, truth is rising. They don't want revenge. They don't want to fight shadows. They just want to speak what they never could. Type Amen to get blessing 8488. Your forgiveness, even unspoken, has already begun healing them. Just your calm energy in the atmosphere has broken chains they didn't realize were still attached. And that is why they're coming. They are not coming to repeat old cycles. They are coming to break them. To offer something sacred this time, something complete. They've seen enough darkness to know your light was real. They've sat with enough lies to know your silence was never manipulation, it was protection. And now, they want to return to that protection. Not to hide, but to heal. Type Amen to get blessing 3300. Comment if you've ever felt a soul returning home to you in silence. You won't need them to explain everything. You'll feel it in their posture. In their voice. In their presence. They are shedding shame, little by little. And every layer they peel away brings them closer to your truth. You'll know this is real because it doesn't beg, it honors. It doesn't perform, it reflects. And it doesn't rush, it resonates. You are not just someone they loved. You are someone their spirit was assigned to. And that bond has never broken. Type Amen to get blessing 7201. They are preparing something small, a message, a gesture, maybe a note. But don't be fooled by its size. Inside it lives the beginning of a sacred confession. They're finally choosing love over fear. Truth over delay. Light over hiding. They're not just freeing themselves. They're freeing you too. From the weight of unanswered energy and stories half told. Because this next chapter is no longer about pain. It's about peace. Type Amen to get blessing 4433. They are clearing space in their life, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Because before they step toward you, they want to come empty of fear and full of truth. They want nothing to pollute this sacred moment. The woman who tried to silence them is losing power by the hour. Her tricks are being exposed. And the web she spun is unraveling. Your person sees clearly now. Their spirit is stronger than it's ever been. And your name is the first word they speak in the freedom they're stepping into. What once felt like defeat is now becoming deliverance. And they are walking through the fire, toward you. Type Amen to get blessing 6111. They want to tell you everything, but they also want to show you. Their actions will whisper the words they couldn't say before. Their eyes will carry the stories no one else heard. You'll see it without needing explanation. Because this connection was never built on noise, it was built on knowing. They don't need to prove anything to anyone else. But they want to prove to you that the light never left them. It was just buried. And now, they're ready to shine again, with you, not behind you. Type Amen to get blessing 2847. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Comment if your spirit already feels the healing before the conversation even happens.